I want to get to the into the Deshaun Watson thing though. So this weekend, Deshaun Watson was. There's more reports that came out from ESPN. They're all like Leroy. They're basically saying he's done with the Texans. I'm not misreading what?
No,
Adam
you're not.
Schefter,
You're not. I've also
and you're talking
heard
about the most, two of the most credible reporters in all of NFL. Adam Schefter, Chris Mortensen. All right, the dream team, the duo, and they're saying that he's done with the Texans.
right.
Which is crazy. I mean, we like I said earlier in the show, this is not something you see with a quarterback in his prime. And he has a no trade clause, and the only team that we've seen publicly that he wants to play for is the Miami Dolphins. What do you offer if you're the Miami Dolphins? If you're Leroy Horde, if I come to you and I get and I say, and I'm not counting you, Robbie, because I know you're going to say no. So let me go to Leroy first before you shoot me down. I say number 3, number 18, Tua, and next year's first round. So 3 first-round picks and 2.
I think that might be a little steep.
Too much. Okay.
Yeah.
What
because
about?
Here's why. Here's why you don't have to go full everything on the table with what you want. Because there's only one other team that I think would give 4 first-round picks. And you know who that is?
Jets.
No. New England.
Ooh.
And therefore, 4 first-round picks would be terrible. Like none of them
Right.
would be 4 years apart.
But so that being said, here's what I would do. I would say I'd give 2 in the 3rd and a 2nd this year and next year. And
So-
the
so
reason
number
why I say
3
that is I would try to keep one of the first-round picks.
Okay, so
Thank you,
Tua,
Leroy.
the number 3, and 2 second-rounders.
Yeah.
Now, would you rather give 2 second-rounders or give up 2 and both your first-rounders this year?
Nope.
Wow.
Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get either Chase or DeVonta Smith.
Okay.
Well, you can't
So
do that
I'm
if
going
you
to
trade-
finesse. Huh?
Well, you can't do that if you trade the 3rd pick.
He's not going. You think he's going 3rd?
He's not
DeVonta
going to
Smith?
make it to 18. He's not going to make it to 18.
Again, I just said. What did I just say, Tobin?
You said he's not going to make it to 18.
No. What did
Oh,
I
that-
say? I
he's
said
not gonna
then
pick
you
number
try to work your way up
Hmm.
with the 18th pick and another pick to get one of those top wide receivers.
But when you say the other pick, you mean next year's first-rounder to move
Or
up.
no, the other pick in the first round this year.
That's
the
what I'm saying.
18th
Though. Like, if you're going to move
Right.
up, like, you're going to end up, because you're giving up your 2s this year. So you're like hoping like you can.
Or
mix
no,
the 3s
you always
together
try to split them out. You always try to split them up.
Well,
You
you
don't
have
give
2
two.
second round.
You don't give 2 2s or 2 1s in the same year. So if you're gonna give ones, you give the 3 and the 1 next year, or you give the 3 Tua and a 1 next year.
What about the Tua and rounder next year
What about, say it again? Tua,
for Deshaun Watson?
Tua,
Tua, number 3,
right?
and a first rounder next year.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
But
probably
what
not.
I'm saying is here's what you don't want to do. You're trying to avoid in all these big time trades of depleting your ability to continue to have youth on your team. So what happens is if you give up a bunch of first rounders and second rounders, and then now you go into a draft, you only have 3 picks. That's going to catch up to you at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So
that's
you
what-
try whatever you can, because you have multiple picks in various rounds, to try to keep the continuity as far as having, the same amount of picks, or maintain some of those picks that you made moves for to acquire in years past.
I get you. I always think though that we get almost sometimes too attached to these picks, especially when you are in a situation where you have multiple picks in the first round.
Yeah,
like
so-
I think that
Okay.
if we're looking at like, because look, having all the picks are great, and it was drafted, but it turned into a situation this year where they drafted Tua, Austin Jackson, Noah Igbenogany. So you're hopeful Tua turns into your franchise guy. Nobody's really that excited about Noah.
No, you don't.
What do you mean?
You don't hope he turns to the franchise guy. You're ready your rats off a ship.
Oh, come on, bro. What am I doing here? I'm trading for Deshaun. It's not that big a deal. It's just like you get mad at me when I say, "Oh, Gogi's my guy," but you wanted to trade it. But it was for Kawhi. Like, why am I rats off a ship just because I want to look at a prettier ship? It's not like I'm doing it for a mediocre ship. I'm not doing this for like Matt Stafford. I'm not like the Dolphins fan chant for Kyle Orton. That's the lowest. But if I can, I mean, if we're talking about Deshaun Watson, am I not just a rat with reason?
There are no rats with reason.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I think there are rats with reason.
The only rat I know is Ratatouille.
There's some deep thinking rats.
That's some deep thinking rats. But they still were eating pizza off of garbage. So no, not really. No, I get you. I understand this fully. Okay. I'm always gonna go proven over prospect. I am. But you know what's gonna happen? Fans are gonna think we went and got Deshaun Watson because Tua sucked. Right? That's the narrative, and it's not the case at all. Robbie, you think Tua sucks?
If Tua was any good, they would not want to be giving up all their draft picks when they have a young.
Not true.
You have a young rookie QB. He's not paying you anything.
Here, ring me up. I'm going to tell you after the Deshaun Watson trade. Here's what Chris Greer and Flo are going to say. Ring me up. Yeah. You guys want to hear about why we made this trade for Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
Whenever we evaluate the team, we're always trying to find ways to upgrade that position in any position we can on the field. And we feel Deshaun Watson is an elite quarterback. Not saying that Tua can't get there, but when you have an opportunity to get a quarterback of his status, only 25 years old, I think you make that move regardless of how you feel about the quarterback you currently have. That's it.
What do you think of this? This is from Dan Orlovsky. All right. See what you feel about this. There's 6 teams, in my opinion, that shouldn't be calling Houston for Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
So in his mind, he only has 6 teams that don't need to make this call.
Correct.
Kansas City.
Yep.
Seattle.
Yep.
Tampa Bay.
Correct.
Buffalo.
Correct.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Correct.
And Green Bay.
Hold on. He left. Who did he leave? So he left Baltimore.
He left Baltimore off the list. Yep.
Huh.
He left Baltimore off the list.
Right.
But I don't know if Baltimore has the capital to do it. I mean, I guess they could trade.
Well, no, you find capital, but I'm just saying, he left an MVP off that list.
He left an MVP off that list.
That means that his list is Fugazi. Goodbye.
Really? Wow. See you later. Leroy just told you to run out of the end zone.
Yep. Like okay. You're not. Look. Say what you want about Lamar Jackson. He was the MVP. And we all know what his faults are. But again, do you get to that point without Lamar Jackson?
Orlovsky also says, I know with a lot of folks the Houston Texans situation. It's worse than it is on the outside. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Sauces.
Yeah, when you have these situations occurring with guys who have been company men, guys who have been quiet, guys who have been all about the team, guys, no matter how difficult the season has been, have been positive, and guys who aren't out on Twitter or on Facebook or on IG putting their feelings out there, that means you take it even more serious. Deshaun Watson has said absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And in fact, a guy who talks.
His official statement now is I was at a 2 and now I'm at a 10. So he has said something.
Right. And when the guy that comes to speak on your behalf is another guy we've never heard talk, that means it's serious.
That when Andre is tweeting stuff like that,
Right.
that for me says, oh, this is real.
Right.
And
Exactly.
not only is he saying that it's real, he's telling you to stand your ground. He's telling you, get the hell out of there.
Pretty much.
Get the hell out of there.
He's like,
Wow.
do something I wish I had the cojones to do.
He probably wishes Bill O'Brien was still there because Deshaun Watson would be on for like a third rounder.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely one of those situations where it's going to happen. I do believe, because there is nothing that anybody in that organization to do. Here's what everybody had a chance to do. And let's just put it out there. When they contacted Deshaun Watson before everything took place, and they told him, we're going to have conversations with you to let you know what's going on. And then they hire a GM, right? If that GM's first call wasn't to Deshaun Watson to kind of kick the tires, you don't even have to take him serious. You just got to listen to him about what he would like, in a coach. Just to include him in that, even though you already didn't include him in the GM thing. And I understand why you wouldn't, right? What does he know about GMs? Okay. But the fact you said you're going to have conversations with him and you didn't, when that GM gets in, his first call needed to be to Deshaun Watson. When it wasn't, and he kind of put out there that he would like Eric Bieniemy to get, a looky-loo, right?
Yep.
And they hadn't even interviewed him yet.
Well, if you're Eric Bieniemy, do you want this job? Like, if
you're gonna have Watson,
because you know why you want the job?
It's a job
because of Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but
if Deshaun Watson wants him, that means you're going to get the very best out of him because it's a guy he has a vested interest
hold on,
in.
but if the quote from Mortensen from the source is
right,
the owner would have to fire the owner. Isn't it damage is done, my friend, already with Eric Bieniemy?
All the things that I'm talking about that should have transpired could have fixed some of that.
But it might be too late now.
Right. Now it's too late.
Damage is done, my friend.
Right. But what I'm saying is once you did that, if you didn't call him right away, or if the first interview the GM had wasn't with Eric Bieniemy, now it's beyond repair.
Robbie, how about this little breaking news with the draft? You want this?
Yes.
So, just out from at Senior Bowl. Welcome wide receiver DeVonta Smith to the 2021 Reese's Senior Bowl.
I can't believe he's playing in that. That's amazing.
Not afraid of a little competition.
Wow.
Are they even playing the game though? I thought they were just.
No, it's only the Pro Bowl that's virtual.
Okay.
Yeah, Flores is coaching.
Dolphins are coaching. Dolphins are coaching against that Rule fella.
Oh, so guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that the coaches are coaching the Senior Bowl. That's like free workouts because you can only fly so many guys in, but you can talk to them all day.
Maybe bring in Tua Tagovailoa for a little warm up. See if the chemistry's still there. Get the old noodle loose.
DeVonta Smith
now
just
you
hurt
call him
his hand.
noodle arm. Now you call him noodle arm.
No, just a little loose.
Most successful noodle arm quarterback.
I didn't mean it like that.
Chad Pennington.
Oh,
Drew Brees.
big time lasagna. Oh, he's fettuccine.
Right. So it can be done.
It can be done.
Right. We've had more failures at quarterback with the rifle.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. Drew Brees yesterday looking like angel hair. It was
whew, he looked like some tortellini. 3 cheese tortellini.
I'm still shocked of DeVonta Smith choosing to play in the Super Bowl. The guy just hurt his hand in the last game.
Why?
He's got the guts.
You know what? That means that dude's a competitor.
Yeah, good for him.
He looks for all opportunities to compete. Like I never
It's in the notes.
get mad at a young man for competing. It speaks highly of him.
Definitely does.
Like if you like Robbie, the easy road would be
not to play.
I know I'm gonna be a top 5 pick. I'm just going to sit back and do nothing.
I'm writing this down.
Or I like competing against the best. I'm going to go out here and ball against the best.
So wait, so the game is the 30th.
Yeah.
That means so the practices are going to start what, next week? So we'll get to
next
see,
week.
get to watch that on the NFL Network.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
What if he performs so well that the Dolphins say, I don't want to get rid of this third pick?
Ooh.
I think that's a great endorsement of how they feel about Tua if that's the case.
I mean, the crazy thing about it is that both good and bad, I'll say this. We are not privy to what the coaches have, at their disposal to try to figure this out. So, for example, a lot of times with quarterbacks, the big thing is you're not even looking in the right spot to make the throw, even though you complete the pass. And when you go over a game plan, you go over, what happens if you see this defense or whatever, a lot of the times you just want your quarterback reading the defense and making the proper progressions through a play. So that's where it all starts. Now, the fact that you can make the play after that is another step. But the first step in a young quarterback's career is he looking where he needs to look? Is he reading the defense correctly? Does he know where to go with the football? And that's something that we'll never know.
I think but one of the things that also probably has to come into mind and why this is such a critical decision, like everybody goes to the Dolphins are Deshaun Watson's first choice. It seems it's the first reported choice.
Mm-hmm.
If they do go that route and he's still wants out of Houston, and that next option does turn into the Jets, let's just say, because they have the draft capital, like the Texans will be willing to make that move, and he's got to now start settling for another choice. Like, does that play into your factor at all? Like, as Chris Greer and Flores, you have to have a lot of trust in your evaluation of Tua and what adding DeVonta Smith would do, because
to not make that move.
Yes, because then your rival could go get him in theory. If the Texans would be willing to move them to him, and he'd be willing to then go on to his next choice.
But here's why that choice is so much better for the Dolphins. Because what are you going to send? You're going to send Sam Darnold in the second pick?
Well, the Jets also have 2 first-round picks. They got the second pick, but they don't have 18. Their second pick, I believe, is like 22 or 23.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you send Sam Darnold in the second pick?
I get, like, the theory here, I guess, would be that you have to like the fact that the Texans would see something in Tua, that they would like the prospects of having him. With the Jets, I guess the theory would be if you have the number 2 pick, you can basically go any quarterback that's not Trevor Lawrence, if that's enough with him.
Right. So why would you trade and give up draft capital when you have the second pick and you can get a quarterback anyway?
Well, we don't know if Fields is going to be as good as just.
I don't know. Like that. Well, yeah, I think that's the thing. Is like I don't know if it's smoke right now, but like it sounds like the Jets are still going to run it back with Sam Darnold.
Right.
It sounds like that.
Yeah,
it could be smoke.
They'll take Sewell or they'll take DeVonta Smith with that second pick.
Oh, that would break my heart.
They'll take DeVonta Smith.
If they take DeVonta, yeah, because they had
like nothing against offensive linemen, but how much of an impact is one offensive lineman going to make as opposed to a wide receiver or quarterback?